Elves are narrow-minded people who see their tiny world as everything. Hearing all this support, Vel becomes extremely emotional and starts crying, feeling truly accepted. After that, they enter the palace, where they meet a girl named Embry. She is very happy to see Vel and warmly welcomes her. Vel asks her to inform her older brother that she wants to meet him. Embry agrees and everyone sits down to wait. Soon, Vel's brother arrives. Takeru is shocked to see that Vel's brother is very small in size. Vel, on the other hand, is overjoyed and rushes to hug him. However, he dodges and jokingly says that he does not want to be crushed by her strength. He then asks her to introduce her companions. Vel introduces her party and then introduces her brother as well. She tells them that his name is Ochester and that he is the governor of this place. Takeru struggles to pronounce his name and asks if he can call him R instead. Ochester agrees. R then bows respectfully in front of Puni, saying that he is honored to welcome her to his homeland. He then shakes hands with Takeru and apologizes for the attack carried out by his subordinates. Takeru is shocked by R's small hands. R notices this and explains that Takeru is probably wondering why he is so small despite being a high elf. He says that while their title is grand, their clan is cursed and it cannot be changed. Hearing this, Vel starts crying again and says that she wants to save the village from this curse. She refuses to accept a future where their race is completely wiped out. All of this leaves Takeru deeply confused. Seeing Vel cry, R apologizes and says that his younger brother tends to cry easily. This shocks Takeru even more, as he realizes that Vel is actually male. Vel then explains that she is a girl, but also a little bit of a man. Takeru is completely baffled and asks how that is possible. He then looks at Clay and Puni, surprised that they are not shocked at all. Clay explains that this is normal, and that there are races like lizardmen who are born as both male and female. AR then adds that the curse did not end with him alone. Vel is cursed as well, which places a heavy burden on him. Takeru starts wondering if this curse is tied to their bloodline, and if it is something related specifically to high elves. R then suggests that everyone should rest. But before that, Takeru asks why the mana particles in the village are so dense. R is shocked that Takeru could sense this and explains that the mana concentration has been increasing steadily for the past 6 months. Takeru asks if he can try something, and R agrees. In the next scene, Takeru steps outside and begins creating a magic stone. Seeing this, the guards panic and say it is dangerous, rushing to stop him. R immediately stops them and tells them to let Takeru continue. Takeru then creates an enormous mana stone and asks R to place his hand on it and say, "Start." R does so despite the guards trying to stop him. The mana stone rises high into the sky and releases its power, restoring the village's mana and completely clearing the dense concentration. The villagers feel significantly better than before. Seeing this miracle, R tells Takeru that this means he must be the person whose blood is different from everyone else. After that, everyone starts bowing in front of Takeru. Seeing this, he gets shocked and asks what they're doing. R then shows Takeru some ancient words that have been passed down among the high elves. Takeru is able to read those words. It says that when the blue sky is consumed by darkness, the sacred blood will disappear, the land will turn barren, and everyone will die. This destruction will continue until the secret source is eliminated. But one day, a man will appear whose blood is different. He will return life to the land. After reading this, Takeru tells R that it mentions the sacred blood disappearing, and that this sacred blood probably refers to the high elves. R agrees and says it could mean that their race is destined to go extinct. Takeru then points out that it also mentions a person with different blood and wonders if that refers to him. R says that it might. Takeru responds that he only fixed the mana particles and did not revive anyone. He questions whether this prophecy might not be about the high elves at all. R says that they thought the same thing too. After this, Vel is shown standing outside, enjoying the clear sky. Takeru approaches her and asks about the curse, but she is unable to explain it. Just then, Embry arrives and says that she will explain everything. She reveals that the curse refers to a mysterious disease that affects high elves. This disease first appeared in high elf children many generations ago. Because of it, their bodies fail to develop properly. About 50 years ago, the symptoms became far worse. Eventually, the entire race became affected, and now whenever a child is born, the baby dies within a few days. Saying this, Embry breaks down in tears and admits that they do not know why this is happening. Because of this curse, she also lost her own child. Seeing this, Takeru feels deeply disturbed and wonders what kind of curse could cause something so cruel. In the next scene, Takeru goes to meet the Elf Queen, Melcaria. She has the ability to see a person's aura. She says that Takeru's aura color is extremely interesting. She also quickly realizes that B is the child of an ancient dragon. Melcaria thanks Takeru for restoring the mana particles in their land. Takeru then asks her something. He asks whether 6 months ago, when the mana particles started becoming dense, there was also an earthquake. Melcaria confirms that there was a massive earthquake at that time, so powerful that it even changed the flow of rivers. Takeru says that he suspects a monster awakened because of that earthquake, and that this monster is disrupting the flow of mana. Ilkar asks him to help them if that is the case, and Takeru agrees. In the next scene, Takeru gathers his party and explains everything to them. He also tells them that he is not the person mentioned in the ancient words, the one whose blood is different. After saying that, Takeru sets up a barrier so that outsiders cannot hear their conversation. He explains that he scanned the bodies of Embrace, R, and the Queen, and discovered abnormalities in all three. The problem lies in their genes, the ones passed down from their ancestors. Clay asks how something like this even happened. Takeru then asks who Embrace's husband is. Vel explains that he is her twin brother. At that moment, everything becomes clear to Takeru. He explains that the High Elves are not cursed at all. He explains that because elves do not interact with outsiders, they end up marrying within their own relatives. This causes the same bloodline genes to overlap repeatedly. If they want to cure this disease, they must marry high elves from other lands. He adds that the ancient script's mention of different blood likely refers to this exact solution. Hearing this, Vel becomes extremely emotional and asks if that is all they need to do. She realizes that they were never cursed in the first place. If they follow this path, future children will no longer die. She calls it wonderful news. Clay then raises a concern, asking how they are supposed to inform the rest of the elves, since marrying within the village has been a long-standing tradition. Takeru agrees that it is a serious problem. A tradition followed for so many years cannot be changed overnight. Takeru then suggests that Puni, as a god, should warn everyone about this. Puni responds coldly, saying she does not care whether the elves survive or not. To a god, all lives are equal. Takeru replies that he is not trying to save everyone, but that his friend here needs his help, and he wants to do his best for her. Hearing this, Puni finally agrees. She suggests that they go meet the elf god, Lebalania. She tells Takeru that she will help him, but in return, he must feed her potatoes with soy sauce. Takeru agrees, saying it is an easy request. In the next scene, Puni and B try to find Lebalania, but they are unable to locate her. Clay suggests that she might be hiding. The mana in this region is extremely dense, which means something strange is happening here. Takeru agrees and says they should gather information first. He asks if there is a nearby guild. Vel tells him about the Deimos Guild. Clay adds that Deimos Guild has a very strong reputation in this region. Takeru decides that they should go there. After that, they arrive at the guild. Clay explains that this guild has the highest average adventurer rank on the entire continent. However, they have no contact with outsiders, which is why they are known as the Phantom Guild. Takeru thinks that this means they might possess rare materials unknown to the outside world. Inside, they meet the guildmaster, Sahara, who already knows about them. Clay checks the bulletin board, hoping to find an investigation request related to the strange events, but finds none. Most of the requests are about gathering materials. Then Takeru notices a job to collect cat ear fungus. Sahara explains that this mushroom is found deep inside Kido Hollow. Recently, the mana particles in that area have become so dense that no one can enter. Hearing this, Clay says that they might discover something if they go there. Val adds that she has been to that place many times and can guide them. The group decides to head there to look for clues about Lebalania. In the final scene, Takeru prepares a liquid inside a bottle to keep everyone safe. The next morning, they set out to search for the cat ear fungus. They're just about to reach that place when the mana in the area suddenly starts becoming dense. Takeru immediately takes out the liquid he prepared earlier and tells Clay and Vel to drink it. In the next scene, they arrive at the location. At the entrance, they see that several high-level monsters are already lying dead. Clay and Vel try to move forward, but because the mana particles are so dense, they start having trouble breathing. Takeru quickly uses a cleansing spell and saves them. He then tells them to activate the magic tools they have. These tools are designed to protect them from strong mana particles. They notice that extremely high mana is flowing from deeper inside, And that is the reason those powerful monsters